Match
I'm
start
overwhelmed.
fast with Samsung SSDs.
I might miss
pistol.
pistol.
To happen
Let's
quickly
see.
here is both of these teams are going to have to figure out their defensive
Let me
woes.
ignore the
EG
VOD for a bit.
playing defense in the first half.
EG on defense,
Sentinels
Sentinels on attack.
mid, 2 garage, 2 mid, ready to trap off of early contact with a fault
No
line in
raid
Nature's
boss. We
hand.
got Haven, Paul, Lotus. Nice maps.
Icy has been such a point of conversation.
Little bait in
How
for
is he gonna be
Icy.
able to slide in? He's going to be the tip of the spear here. First on the challenge, gets a kill, not able to TP away, but damage dealt.
It's Leaky with the prime as well. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Now, EG are sending
they
two
do have the
players
camera
to
to
wrap
retake on
around,
this one,
scout
so we'll
out if
see
there's
how
gonna
this
be a
goes.
late lurk into mid. 4-on-4 and options now for Sentinels to look in towards spawn. Check out how aggro Zelsis is going.
Zelsis, the rest of
Okay, they
Sentinels,
want to take
all of
some
them
map
are starting
control.
to
Dude, and
scale
the
up towards
camera
spawn.
sees
I
them
love that
all
decision,
close,
but
but it
you're
didn't
right,
see
it is
Zelsis.
who's
And he
been
gets around the
sent off
corner. I think
on his own
Zelsis
little
is one
side
around.
mission.
He's still going.
Right there.
Continuing to push the pace, he will shortly find out that there's nothing
Ooh.
on the other side of
Check
that door.
spawn?
And the drone doesn't see him either, Doug.
Yeah, and
There's
Zelsis
timing on
knows that
this
he has
is
a
perfect.
timing
The
now.
flash is there, nothing really on the swing quite yet. Now Narrate, pouncing onto Nature. And Zelsis
Dude, they
is
don't
playing
even
this
need him.
timing
Great stun.
perfectly. A great start.
Dude, they
the
didn't
red
even...
side.
Zelsis is like, I've won the round, and they didn't even need him.
Because Narrate takes care of everybody. 3 kills for Sen Sova. And really reacting
shot
there
from
nicely
Narrate,
to
I
what
imagine.
should have been a good pistol round from Evil Geniuses, right? They had this little trap set up, but the stun comes in late because EG wasn't playing such an aggro line into Garage. And I think the call coming in from John QT to say, okay, we can actually take this space in towards Link. Maybe even working off some prep there. EG, when they ran a similar play in their last showing, went for these B players walking out into the mid space, and Sentinels punished them.
And now they're in a position to really pile it on.
Okay, what are they buying on this
Bit of
one?
an
On
investment.
defense, they get 2 sheriffs
Two
out.
ghosts.
They commonly do
A
this
little bit
EG.
more pop
They're
around that.
definitely...
Meanwhile, EG
These
focused
two
on
will
the east
always
side of
pretty
map
much
now.
buy a sheriff
Super
once
right
they
now is
lose
sitting over
pistol.
in Link with
But there is a chance for an
paranoia
outlaw to
potentially for
farm a
refight
little
from
bit.
EG. They've got a couple
And
of
they go
sheriffs
for
themselves,
an
but
FPX
This could
by
be messy. I mean, they've got Nature
little
stun. Actually, Nature just used
short
the stun,
punish
but
with an
there is a
Omen
lot
flash
behind
into
this
triple
trap.
swing.
Is there enough for the bite? Celsius is feeling some of that pressure, and again, C being explored.
yeah, I like how calmly Sentinels played that, not overcommitting to the space.
This is
Yeah,
one of my
look at
favorite
work up
eco
here, try and find the
strats, to be
camera, which
honest.
they do eventually get.
As we can see, it's a
Evil Geniuses
fake,
do a
but getting
lot
into
of these
this
plays where
corner
they
and
play really
droning is
aggro.
like
One side of
the
their
best way
defense,
to not
the
get
other side
ecoed.
is just Ye playing
The
for
drone will
retake
clear
and falling.
everything.
That cage will not
Definitely one
save
for
you
your
there.
rank games. If you can get
Staying on
Sova
the
into
trade
this
zone,
corner,
nicely done.
drone,
2
you
pistols
go on
remain.
top of this box, you can see back here.
Yeah, barring
It's
a
like the
nice
easiest
timing from Supa
anti-eco.
here.
You
I
clear
mean, that's
everywhere
a
apart from
decent
this
shot.
and this.
Still a couple of sheriffs left, and now that's actually a Spectre picked up from Icy. Supa's probably going to need to get one more
Shot.
here if he can. Look at that.
One, maybe 2.
30 seconds.
And look how quick the flank is coming in as well from the waylay.
I mean, it has to speed up. Superman's been doing all this on his own.
Spike planted.
Icy now arriving at the scene, instantly dropped. All eyes back on Superman. Still just a sheriff in hand, 2 smokes to play around. And an opportunity to send
Make
it
sure they
towards
don't get
Havoc.
ecoed now.
Havoc already.
I mean, they went for a fake with it.
But
So
there's
it
much
wasn't
more to be done.
the
65
exact
HP
example.
off of the first swing. He connects onto
Also,
Bang,
pro
but
teams are so
Narrate's there
good
to
that
save the day.
normally the
An
smoke flood will
expensive
actually be kind of hard to
anti-eco.
deal with.
Yeah, Sentinels went for the FPX
At least
buys.
in ranked,
3
it's really
rifles
strong.
there. They only come away with the 1. Just the nice shots from Supa doing some work. The Sentinels still have options to force up.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage here.
Mainly what I'm looking for now from Evil Geniuses. That
Got
has
rid of the
struggled
Vandal,
on
got rid
their
of the
defensive
Spectre.
sides on basically every map. Nearly
Array.
throwing this map away to a 2G
How close to his
back
ult
in
is he?
week 1.
3.
Got to lock down this side of things, especially now choosing to pick Haven for their first time this stage.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I agree. There's a lot of bite behind this, too, for Sentinels.
Pick Haven for the first
this
time
is a
on
really
stage.
strong bonus.
Haven't they picked it 3 times in a row?
I think this is EG's defensive setup from when
Or am I
he got the
losing
ace
my
last
mind
week
and
from
blending
playing
games
corner
together?
over towards C. Now just geared up for a refight, but Icy falls before he even gets to swing.
He was just not, I mean, not certain, not convinced that somebody could have been up close. His crosshair was definitely going to be towards the A main peak. Meanwhile, the paranoia is already out. Zekin is all the way, I mean, back in hell at this point. but
Absolute
Nature
shots, mate.
is keeping the line back. Playing alive and being a nuisance with a little bit more to be done. Has to swing. And Bang's there to greet him. 3v2, the way the attack. The spike now down. Ye and Superman with much to do.
Yeah, Supa already used the paranoia to try and help out, so there's no way to even get through this smoke.
He does
Over
have
100 Vs and 2G picked
John's
Haven.
got
Oh,
a fault
okay.
line ready to go.
What?
I mean, good luck, EG.
Yeah, the numbers don't always tell the tale, do they?
Enemy remaining.
Much
It's a
easier
great
said than
stun on
done.
this.
Bang with 3 as
Even with
Sentinels
Nature
pile it on.
doing the best he
That's
could.
just brutal. I mean, Zekken finding this opener.
My
So the
mic's
thing
a
is,
bit
Icy
low.
is going for a swing
My mic
there.
should be the same as
Nature's
how
got
it
his
normally
fault
is,
line
so.
in hand, but this fight comes in before the fault line is ready, just because Zekken had stepped into the space. Then sure,
I'll move it
Nature
here, maybe it
moves into
changes it.
short, gets a couple of kills, but Bang does some excellent work playing off this fault line and clearing away the breach.
Come on, bro.
Great start here for Sen City. Light buy for Evil Geniuses, a Bucky in the hands of Icy, and light armor for Ye, who, you know, Ender, we've been talking about this a little bit. Ye has seemed like the main success for Evil Geniuses so far.
And mainly that comes due to his lurking on the attack side, and sometimes it can be nice shots like that.
Love that too, not overheating, drops a couple of cages, gets away.
Still though, Sentinels have the spike actually planted. Narrate's going to get the ultimate off of that. So some options to
Straight
fall
up
into
spam
long and
through
stall out
smokes.
time. You see Bang is teleported
They
into
got
back of
Sova
sight.
ult as
He's
well.
going to be a rat and just try to take down and delay EG as long as possible for Sen to play
Do
the post.
EG even wanna? If I'm EG here, honestly, I want to try get my. I want to try get my orbs.
Good stall.
I think I'm going for it.
Good stall. They're gonna pop.
Oh, and they get a
Fury
Sova
too.
out of them.
Bang on the swing.
Hold
and
up.
The Sheriffs are singing. Narrate's left in 1v3. Has
Ow.
a dart to play around, still fully healthy. Swings into the first, gets two, not connecting on the third.
But how have they won
That was
this?
supposed to go their way. EG's Sheriff showing up in a big way. I mean, that
They
fight in the
flooded
backside
in
was
to a
messy.
site where they
From
have worse
Sentinels. They
guns.
thought they could
They're a
disrupt
man
that fight
down.
by having a Hunter's Fury, right? So
Right?
players on EG
And
are going
they-
to be trying to run away, dodge out.
Havoc.
I'm so
Right, and then you
confused.
can swing off of that, but it ended up being just all these Sheriffs flooding, winning their fights.
It's
I know
4v4,
what
so they're
Suba
not
was
a
able to
man
do on
down.
that second round,
But
didn't
everything
go
else is
EG's
true.
way.
Boy, Narrate gave that a run, didn't he? 20 HP for Icy at the end there.
I mean, he's off to a great start. 8-2 so far. But this has somehow gotten EG right back into
Waylay, yeah,
things.
Waylay absolutely
Their
sent it, to be
defensive side
fair.
is usually marked by playing
Icy
really
did a
strong
good job
aggro plays
of getting out
around
through the
their
choke.
Waylay, usually into A, sometimes down C long.
Yeah.
But their weak side of the map, it's usually Ye playing super passive, oftentimes for retake, and EG have struggled in the retakes. One of the things I was curious about was if Ye was going to play more aggressively, and that doesn't seem to be the case so far in these early rounds.
It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case this round either.
Whoa.
Once again, Zekken getting the best of the
I'm
opposing
pretty
duelists.
sure he's full flashed here.
Keep a close
Because
eye
it
on
looked
that
like
matchup.
everyone was. Superman's still in a
fully
great
rotates
pause.
Back towards A, the paranoia is out, but the space has not been taken. The TP committed from Bang. Perched down in hell. Smokes out through.
God,
This is a little
the
late
rate
for
looks
Nature finally
crazy.
cracking the side open. 2
He's
kills
just
found.
winning
and
every
he is
single
theirs.
aim duel.
Dude, Narrate is frying
Yeah,
right now.
he's really
EG
popping
are
off.
gonna be forced to play for a save. This is a round where
Like,
Derek
he used
had the
Sova
ultimate,
ult
right?
last
EG would
round.
love to actually get involved
He's
and
3
fight on
away.
this site.
Yeah.
But again, that fight down long, Icy getting picked off, is going to be a consistent issue for Evil Geniuses.
And so what's the adjustment on the other side of that? Are you investing a little bit more to set Icy up on those fights, or do you give it up?
Usually EG will give it up. Like, if you look at their series versus 100 Thieves last week, Evil Geniuses, when they started falling apart on those A lobby fights, they just started playing into front B space. They started sending Icy down into C long. They didn't really revisit that area of the map until much later on their defensive side. And even then, they weren't able to find a lot of the answers, so it's highly likely that Ye switches his setup to play the A side of the map in these future rounds, and maybe they can just ignore those early fights that Zekken continues to find there.
The ones that have been their Achilles heel. I mean, Zekken's, he's only 3-3, but I'm pretty sure all of the kills have been on Icy.
Damn, dude,
It's
look at that.
rough. These
I'm telling you,
openers
they,
too, 'cause
like,
it's not
4
like
of them
EG
made the
are just
flash.
trying to have Icy dry swing. There's a flash that's trying to come in, but it's just not doing anything.
Early timeout called here by Potter.
Yeah, the timeout's good, though, because if they lose
Where
this,
adjustments or adaptations are on the other
they're in
side.
trouble.
You mentioned right before the break, or right before the timeout, Derek has his ult. You thought they were going to want to play around it this in that previous
Yo,
round. I
wait,
think
what?
Nature has his as well.
Yeah, well, that's what makes this round so awkward for EG, is because
Yeah.
they don't have
Yep.
the money to play around it. So usually when you're looking at rounds like this, where you have the big ultimates but no real guns, you'd like to run some kind of an early active play, see if you can find a pick, get numbers in your favor. Because the more you can draw out the clock after doing that, all of a sudden your ultimate's value gets more and more as the round moves on. We've already seen what EG can do with just the Sheriffs in hand.
Yeah, it's been their, I mean, that's been their only round win so far. Was off of those massive kills, and then Icy getting last with the Sheriff back C. So maybe that's their strength.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them work a little bit better together, you know, in setting up some of these fights. It's been a bit disjointed between Nature and Icy.
Okay, chat.
Okay. Some kind of play into the mid space.
Oh, dude, I thought they had more money. How many? Oh, yeah, dude, they. Oh, God, they're actually so in trouble because they lost. In my head, they saved 3 here, but Narrate killed 2. God, they're in. It's like the worst possible start. And their trip's getting shocked.
Will they fully invest? You see that trip already cleared out. Garage, it was just off of that.
Yeah, this is interesting though. Ye picked up his trip over towards here and then puts it over towards Garage.
His second trip was a little delayed.
Only one with a gun.
Okay, they're close enough to hear that though.
It's a bit odd right now. Evil Geniuses are playing without any information in mid.
Yeah, I mean Sentinels are just playing a default though. Like they're just slow default. They're waiting for something aggro after the timeout.
Goes down there and they hear a little bit of audio into A.
It's to the 1 minute mark. They gotta be a bit decisive now. It's still nice though, right? They haven't used any util that is like important against the eco. Cole gets made to fake over towards A and then actually go towards C.
This very empty C side.
Icy jump spotting. They've spotted the duelist. Keep an eye on the minimap. Do the rotations come through?
Yeah, I mean that's good enough. Rotate goes in.
The dash away from Waylay. The smoke's out A as well.
Send it over towards C. 30 seconds left. They break the camera. I mean, Ye does have the gun. Okay. Oh, I was intrigued if he was going to go for it, but I think if he had Cage, he goes for this. Dude, I'm not sure about the ult. Really not sure about the ult here. Oh man, they're really going for it. They're so all in on Nico. It's not even like it was that close time-wise. They're still at 10 seconds. It's a really bad call, man. It's a really, really bad call. It's like you're half done.
EG's defensive woes continue. I mean, that's an eco round. You're using a Hunter's Fury. End the breach. 2 ultimates invested to try and delay the spike from eventually going down. But even then, Ye falls. The only gun EG had. Continuing to play very passive, right? He's given no support on the defensive side, and yet tries to play, you know, slower, tries to play for the team play retakes. But EG have not been in positions where they're allowed to actually go for that. Yeah. And this isn't just a today thing. This is all 3 maps.
God, it's like 2 of the biggest ults in this comp as well.
Icy has an op, but those ults that you mentioned are no longer on the board.
Okay, that's Sova ult. Sorry, we have Omen ult to get out of that. Still got.
Okay, that's a little opener for Ye.
Jesus.
Even gets the hat out too, so big information to be gathered, and Evil Geniuses can try to deal with Garage by pinching into the space.
Oh my god. The distraction was enough. At least they push on spawn. They capitalize and manage to get it back to a 4-on-4. This duel is everything. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Narrate wins the important duel. Bang gets one. Dude, Narrate, mate, you gotta chill out. You're making this way too easy.
Brilliant awareness from Narrate there. Yep. Lots of things going on with the fight into Link. Players wrapping him from mid as well. Yeah. And sure, Supa might be able to survive with this operator, but Sentinels call another brilliant post plant. They're continually getting very active in towards C-Link when they plant onto C. They've clearly prepared for how EG like to play this side of the map, which is very passive, right? Ye just spamming off his trips into Garage. It's a very solid game plan.
Never seen more of a done game in your life. I can't even argue against it. As soon as that eco round goes in where they use the ults, it's the biggest demoralizer ever. And then you got Narrate looking like prime Aspas.
And they've clearly realized that they can go late into the C side when they're getting challenged in A. That's where EG are going to be set up. Maybe they can get this operator onto an earlier line.
Is this the adjustment for EIC to start winning these fights? Just hand him the big stick. Not even going to get challenged.
Well, I think Sentinels are going to try
Heretics
to
yesterday.
This anyways.
That's true. Dude, that game was so crazy. The split map.
Commit to this. Smoke, flash, the drone there, the shot connects. You play with fire and it'll burn.
Oh, Web is here? Sorry,
They're
Web.
holding on to the A space. Sentinels reacting by going into B, but there's a double stack here.
And a forehead was spotted, so you see the rotation starting to come through. I see a mad dash to the opposite side of the map.
Wow. This is great calling from Sentinels. Again, pulling the C players into B.
No, they look good.
Through Garage into C,
They look good.
that long camera is giving EG false info.
This gives them a lot,
they
though.
may be down numbers, but they do have
Because
guns.
they know that they can flank over
Two
towards
ults
here
to
and be
speak of as
fine.
well. Zelsis really, that was the one I was interested in.
Okay.
But boy, EG can't
bro.
figure it out on defense, man.
It's funny, we talk so much about how punters never lost in VCT to this team.
Hang on.
It's a little closer. John's gonna clean up. SEN fans in the audience had no doubt on that one, but
I did.
you know,
Oh,
punters
that's
never
fun.
lost to Kaplan in VCT.
That's been, in fairness, there hasn't been one of these for a while.
Complete difference in terms of
You've been escaping this for a good amount of time.
Every single C post plant has been the exact same thing. You've got this double wrap coming in from the B players of EG trying to pinch into Garage. And at the same time, Sentinels are fighting forward. Ever since the pistol round was exactly the same, but each one of these fights is going SEN's way. Their game plan is simply beating out EG's on the field of battle.
It certainly helps to have Narrate putting up the performance that he is. I think in this day and age of Valorant, it's easy
EG go
to
for
look at a
something
team and
different. They
look for
put the
star,
smoke in the
right?
wall
Who's
to
the
try
guy who's gonna
avoid
put
the
carry performances?
recon.
And sometimes there are two.
Thinking that they're
three
going
even,
to try
but
and just
it's just
see
interesting to watch
default,
the
at
Sentinels
least
team
take the
develop
orb
from
and
the
create
beginning of
pressure, and they
kickoff up
just
until now. It
fast
really does
hit
take a
A.
village with them.
Yeah,
Oh god, they have no ults to retake.
I think they made a Netflix
And
show on a
Sentinels
three-body
managed to
problem.
stroll in. They
It's
didn't even
second,
use
it's bang,
Omen
it's John.
Flash.
This game narrating Zelsis too.
Yeah, Bang
a
smokes
whole slew of
Heaven. Knows
problems
that
to
he
deal
wants
with, and
them to
it's
come
not
out
gonna get
towards
any easier
spawn
on their A retakes,
heavy.
which have struggled
Then
this
it's just
stage.
going to be
They
Omen
do
Flash
have
for
guns
Omen
here,
Flash.
Again, it's been real drive
There's
for
the
them.
Omen
They've gotta
Flash.
find some sort of success, and that's
Wait,
certainly going to help.
wait.
Derek and Nature flooding
Ow.
out onto the side. Icy left on the opposite side of the trip for now. Getting a little bit more active. Meanwhile, Nature not connecting onto the spam. 12 HP for the diffuser. Superman's going to hold it the whole way with no contest.
Chat, how's Derek killed
On the
everyone?
1 HP. Kind of reminds you of that 2G game that
Yeah,
EG
and
on their
Derek definitely
defensive
needs a
side in
shout
the
out.
second half started slipping away, but they had a few of these, just moments where they're full sticking diffuses. They put smokes on players playing off site.
He was the guy Heaven, right? What?
Post plants.
Yeah,
Here.
Give me your concern levels.
Oh
though,
god,
because
it's so
while it
fast.
was
Wait,
an
bro,
excellent
show me
flat
normal
out from
speed.
Derek Heaven, the diffuse only goes through because Nature doesn't hit the blind spam of the smoke.
I do think EG are still winning that round. Icy's coming in on the flank to deal with that too. It would have gotten a lot messier, that's for sure. Though. I think the big thing for EG is
that in
comboing their
that in
dark,
real
their
time must look kind of
paranoia
crazy.
with that drop out of Heaven, which has been disjointed previously.
Interesting defensive adjustments here. We talked so much about Icy holding
Looked
the A
fast.
line.
Looked really
He's
fast.
up Garage here.
It's the pistol round, running that one back now though. After the early info into the A space, EG are gonna creep down into mid, see if they can spot out a lurk or anything.
I mean, surely this is all off of seeing that Icy's not here.
It's so classic. EG just gap sights consistently.
Yeah.
Again, trying to play an A retake. This time though, Derek has the ultimate.
Well,
Trying to assist with the flood.
Literally the exact same thing as I was hyping up last round. They strolled over towards A. They still have Omen Flash. Derek has his ult this time, but that means that he's not hit to entry.
Is playing in position to hear the jump up. He's gonna break it anyways, but
Oh, the
14-5
camera
for the
bait
solo.
here is so sick for Narrate.
15.
Paranoia onto the site. Here's that ulti.
Zelsis is here to help down long. And there's the ult that you were mentioning. Icy playing the slowly. Meanwhile, Superman trying to flood his way out. Nary does finally
Yeah.
catch the trap lying in wait.
Needed to have Derek win the entries there.
As Derek
Too
is the
busy
last
ulting
one
for the rest of his
standing.
teammates to try and make space.
Brother, this is going to take a lot. Stunned, dashing at you.
Nicely
Bang
done.
on the swing. That's 4 for him and 8 for Sentinels.
That's fast
Bang's
as well,
been
it feels.
mopping up these post plants.
Feels fast.
Just kind of farming EG right now. But it comes after one round where Icy goes for this.
The Phantoms,
flank, and
yeah,
immediately there's
Sentinels
the
are
adjustment
just
calling
Phantom
in from
believers.
Sentinels, right, Narrate guarding the flank. You even had Zelsis, I think, fell into long to play a crossfire in case Narrate was ever going to die on that angle.
Nice, Sean. Let's go.
This has kind of become a habit of Evil Geniuses. Potter having to call 2 timeouts on their defensive half. This is
Second looking more comfortable.
At this
That's
point.
also true.
Yeah, but surely that's not a
He's a
habit
beast
that-
Neon, to be fair. He's a real beast Neon.
This is a bad habit. This is like biting your nails. You don't want
Chat,
to
while
have
this is
to
going
do
on,
this.
let's quickly
You don't
check.
want to do this regularly. And Potter again has been put into a
Check the
spot where
donations.
You're burning both. You're down 6.
Oh, for God's sake, man.
I don't think EG can
Escape.
continue
Okay,
to
we have
get
the
away
Anon with
this idea
50.
of playing
Then we got Escape
4
with the
players
10.
fighting really
We got
aggressively
Temper,
and
multiple
then
A's
leaving
with the
a fight open.
25.
Right
We
now,
got
Sentinels
Anonymous
are
with the
starting
5.
that out way
We
too
got
easily.
Rays with the 10.
EG's retakes
We
have
got
not looked good enough.
Mayui.
I think it's a lot harder
Mayui.
too, working
Dude,
away
with the
lane, not
100.
having a
Dude, I should be able
jet
to pronounce your
be
name
able
if you're out here
to
doing
smoke
100.
out
That's
ahead of
crazy.
us,
Thank you so much
dashing
for
to
that.
the side, just
We got
behind
Shower
Tom.
Natty. And then we have
Inside the
Local
cloudburst.
MILF. Thank you so much for the donations. Chat, get the
It's moments
W's
like
in.
these where you see some compositional differences coming
Get
into
the
play. You have a
W's
less
in.
powerful operator.
Thank you guys for the donations.
Rob Moore's running up here, handing us a Cubert.
He read it? Dude, I mean,
Center
chat,
taking over the building
it's
right
charity.
now.
I mean, they've taken
I
over.
think I'm not
Haven.
going to say local
That's
MILF
for sure.
if it's for charity.
Well, we'll see. EG, they're going to fight 4 players into lobby again, throwing everything into this early fight. We'll see what they're able to do here.
Chat, don't do
A
crazy
stun, a
names now.
smoke, a
Don't
flash,
let
a
this be the
full fight.
meta.
I see as a stinger. This is about as
Hi, I'm
much
Connor
Hail Mary as you're gonna get.
with the 9 months. Thank you for the prime.
Celsius
Thank you,
does
thank
follow.
you.
And then look at the adaptation from Sentinels on the other side. They're going to try to accelerate elsewhere on
I'm
the
going to
map.
have to check it on
Like
another...
sticking in garage.
Still gonna have to check it on
Submitting the
another
pivot
monitor
into
before I
this
let it go
space.
live to
Dave
stream.
could
I
come
know
up
I am.
massively right now for EG if he takes a fight.
Okay, cam gets broken, but there is a little weird kill trip over
entire
towards here.
half.
So does he
Still
drop
one more
down
trip
to
that you have to
garage
reckon with.
to try and capitalize off of it?
Cleared.
Does he wait for his team
Feels
to
like the
clear
time
it?
window's gone.
There will be a 3-player
Okay,
fight
big
coming
duel
up
for bang
EG.
here.
But again, if
Jules,
Sentinels
multiple,
realize this,
maybe.
They can fight back towards spawn. The spike won't be planted for them.
Wait, does he go
As a matter of
round?
fact,
Oh
Bang
boy.
has the opportunity to get
Oh,
a
and they
late
just pinch
reround
over
going
towards
on
garage. Got
these
such
EG
a good
players.
timing.
And you
Derek's
wouldn't
holding
expect
it.
that, given where it's planted for, but they've got 3
Derek
members
was
on
holding
site,
it.
and you're right. The crunch is coming through. Bang
shot.
does not have a
Beautiful.
splash. Derek is already down.
Here we
And
go,
now they're
man.
gonna try
Keep an
to
eye on
speed
bang.
up.
This stun's
Bang's
good. It
playing
delays
timing
him.
perfectly, and there it is.
But that stun is
Patience
so,
pays off.
so good.
9
They
for
are
Sentinels.
wrecking them.
This map has been the story of the C post plants for Sen, and it's been the story of Narrate and Bang.
Bang to the
I mean,
middle
Narrate
C
is
is the move of the
17 and 6 right
century.
now.
He's just been so
On the
much better
sofa.
ever since.
Every
Actually
single
crazy
post plant
that
when
that's spot
EG are
on.
trying to crunch into him. He's fully aware of what's going down. I love the call. I mean, after you lose this opening
Gusto,
player,
thank you so much. Very true.
that's just silly. But then this refight into Garage is what worked so well for Sentinels. It'd been so many of these fights into Link that just the slight wrinkle going Garage is beautiful.
Fake TP across, and that's enough to draw out the paranoia. Those little micro decisions are working so well for Sentinels.
Paranoia now to scout out the C site. Icy's got a Bucky in Garage. He's not going to be very useful here.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Dude, they never
Again, a
play
vacant
the
site.
C
And
site.
again,
Ever.
retake simulator for evil geniuses. Oh dear. This is not going to get any better, is it?
Oh boy.
No,
It's going to get worse.
Surely not, surely not!
So bad.
Oh my god! That was so fast!
2 HP looking to connect on the ace.
It was so sick
Can,
though.
but
Dude, the
it
third, fourth
doesn't get
kill is
much more
crazy
perfect than
from
that.
him. He should only... Dude, he shouldn't be getting a third or a fourth.
Just destruction out here. Yeah, Icy's trying to break the crosshair, but Zelsis may have
Oh,
just
it's
broken
fast,
EG.
though.
dude, that aggro swing into garage.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Wait, does someone have a?
Please don't tend to.
Yeah, who's?
No, dude! It's headshot! Dude, God! Bro, I was 2 in the open.
He also had 2 HP, bro. that's a tough ass. A 10-2 half for Sentinels. We're gonna throw it to a break. We will be right back.
Oof, stuck paying for that old phone? Don't
God,
be.
they absolutely wrecked him on this.
You know,
Super
at Verizon,
convincing.
We'll pay off your phone. And you'll get iPhone 16 on us. That's a value of up to $1,600, only on Verizon.
Okay, let's block that out. Let's chance it. What do we got? We have Denchu with the 10. Thank you so much. We got Palmania with the 25. We got Zilv with the 10, and we got Sliggy Left Sock Not even Sliggy's left sock, just Sliggy left sock. Like, that's my nickname. Sliggy left sock. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the donations. You know what to do. Let's get the W's in. Get the W's in. Where is left sock? Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, how close are we now? Do I need to do another 200? Again, for people that are new, if we get over 6,000, every 1,000 mark, I'll do 200. Then 250 if we get there. Feel like you haven't noticed the TriCast? Mate, the TriCast isn't a thing right now.
Excited about 8 things in particular as they're up 10-2 against Evil Geniuses.
That's probably why you haven't noticed.
The defensive side and woes for Evil Geniuses. Now they're going to be able to figure things out, and it's going to be on Sentinels to see if they can do the same, Ender.
EG need to start out strong here on the attack side of things, but they're going up against a Narrate that is
That must be why, yeah. That'll do it.
He is completely locked in. The rest of SEN City showing up big inside the arena here today in Los Angeles. But Evil Geniuses, last real shot here. Start things off a little bit slower, scouting out the A space, droning down into C before choosing their mark.
What was the...
He's just standing there like an absolute turret. The statue.
Spam through that smoke, not connecting onto anything. Keep a close eye on that trip. No real way to punish off of it, but
yeah,
a little info gathered.
A little bit later than usual, you see the fault line come through from EG. So that'll be back at 40 seconds. Still will leave some time, but Ye is the guy to watch on attack for EG. EG love to give him positions to lurk up. So often he'll insert himself exactly where he is inside window. But Sentinel's scouting has been perfect so far on the first half. They're not going to be fooled by these late lurks from Ye.
I don't know, he's a sneaky little bugger.
They might still get killed by
Narrate,
him, but they shouldn't be fooled.
Drone, and recon still. 2 on site.
This part here is a little concerning because you're right. You've got Ye who's inserted. You're kind of stalling out.
Dude,
on
Bang
A,
has
waiting for the
double
second
smoke,
dose of
flash
utility
as
through.
well.
Now the dart is up.
There goes one
Still
smoke.
a stun to be able to delay a paranoia.
There goes a flash.
There's 3 players,
Recon
4
here as
players
well.
now
He can
from
definitely
Sentinels,
smoke
and
long
it's
if he wants.
now
In
the
25
reactivates.
seconds. Call is to cancel the hit. They've taken a lot of space through garage window.
He's calling the rotates to come
Yeah,
back
it's
into
actually
C.
really
No
nice
one's
from
actually
EG at the
20
moment.
seconds left. EG will still have time to plant the spike. It's about Zelsis finding this timing now into the mid space, and he barely misses out on nature.
Meanwhile, Ye was so far up.
Hey,
used
Ye
his
only
spawn,
got one,
10
though.
second, yes, traded back though.
Hold on,
Like a
Narrate's
timing
now
on a
pushed into the
timing.
lobby
And
too.
dude,
But Icy's turned around.
yeah,
and
Icy's on top of it.
and he
Connects.
takes care of it.
Connects onto Nary to pull it between his eyes. The deep smoke back towards spawn. It's the lurk upon the lurk. Upon the lurk. Now, gunfire ensues in garage as Derek's able to get 2. John QT left in a 1v4, connects on the first, now stunned up and left to die, surely. 3 bullets left. Refreshes the clip. 2 members weak, but Superman's healthy.
Baker,
Still
what the
worried
hell?
about Icy
Why is that
wrapping
out
it
of
in
nowhere?
B. Icy's now posted into C long with the go. Should be no issues for EG now.
Okay, very nice.
So what was so successful there?
That was, again, standard attack side round from Evil Geniuses. It's about Ye getting that insert, finding that lurk timing, and calling the rest of the team in towards C. Sentinel sort of
It's a nice shot over towards spawn here as well.
Hit because it was so delayed into the round. And I think those extra layers of lurks on
Backhand.
lurks, being aware of Narrate coming in through A late as well. Did EG
How do I get time to
very
gym?
nicely. And it's worth pointing out, their
Tuesday,
tactics have looked
Tuesday,
really
Wednesday,
good
Thursday.
throughout this year.
When the
Especially on
when the
A, but they
actual
have been
season's
solid.
on. But honestly, we just grind in the
We'll
off
wait to
season
see
mostly.
how effective that's going to continue to
It
be for
carries
them.
us through.
You can't always get away with playing these slow rounds, especially once Sentinels speed up the pace like this.
There's not a lot of knowledge. Maybe you heard a little bit given where Ye was.
Yeah, I like Ye's angle here too.
My concern is that if he gets crunched, and there's a good chance he gets crunched, that's a gun upgraded.
And Supa just left the angle in A lobby too, so now he's really just the only guy
Ooh.
here.
Not gonna check it. Oh,
Have a high-low to play with.
Bro, it's like the Void is calling him.
Here we go.
Gets his 2 traded, but damage dealt.
Not enough
Second with a
damage, I don't
gun?
think.
Oh, yeah. I think if you're A here, you did everything they could have asked you for. I mean, you're in a what? A 1v3? You're able to
100%.
get 2. That's perfect out of you.
And they went for the right buy, too, Evil Geniuses. They should be forcing up the next round, trying to keep this momentum going for the team.
Are we in for one of those silly games where we like 10-2, 10-2, and then...
We could be. Next round is one that determines it for me.
Yeah.
VG can win next round. It's not so fake.
I like the idea that
They were in for.
tried to get them
If
as they were
VG gets
leaving,
a
maybe.
4 and, you know, that's
Just
around
as
they're
they
supposed
decided
win,
to
but I
start
think you're
moving
right.
down
now is when the game
into,
really begins.
Exactly. And in terms of
down
EG's
into
econ, that was
just send
perfect,
it.
right? They came in with 4 guns. They go out with 4 guns. And they should be able to force up by a rifle for Ye.
Why did Ye buy
as Nature
if
went
he
for
wants to
save.
luck against pistols? I mean, he didn't. Well, he's not full lucking, but I do agree that normally most teams here would have that as a ghost.
Strong sometimes.
Put Neon in the slow-mo, still moving at a normal speed for anyone else. Now, one of the things EG love to do on attack, they'll open up strong, usually into A or C space, and then they'll put a freeze on in the mid-rounds. I want to see how Sentinels approach that. Right now, just holding on to a ton of A lobby space, forcing EG to walk in, deal with these Cypher trips outside of C.
One was cleared, the one back C. But there's still one
Over the trip? I mean, they'd obviously hear it. It's so loud. Oh boy. Well, there goes the close map.
He's insane. He's had a ridiculous map.
There was a chance, but
And it's been
no,
a
he has
lot
been
over
actually
there
outrageous.
since joining Sentinels, but
Like, he's one of the main reasons why this isn't even
Zelsis is in a really
close.
good spot, swinging off of the cam. You know, it happens to everyone.
Sentinels got
Right.
a couple of big flanks going too. Narrate. Can't take your eyes off of him.
No,
But really, you
Oh,
can't
boy.
keep your eyes on him either. Because
No.
John's going to come in and clean up the rest of your team.
Very, very nice.
John's second was all the way up C
Super
long.
strong. What's your favorite exercise at the gym at the moment?
They're playing the map in a
Dude, I don't
very
even know what
aggro
it's
pace
called.
on both sides,
Like
right?
the
You think about their
overhead,
attack half and how they
overhead
wanted to
pull,
disrupt the
pull
retake by
push.
scaling into spawn on C a lot. Even on
The
defensive
tricep
side,
one.
think about the pressure they've
That's
been able to
legit,
find.
man.
The re-reps
That's my
garage,
favorite.
The re-reps down C long too.
Yeah, basically as soon as Narrate has those 2 kills front B, and they also hear the
Try
melee going up
extensions?
in the
Yeah, that
garage,
sounds about
it's like,
right.
oh, we have the push through.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Overhead
you just box
tricep
Evil Geniuses. There's no
extensions.
real way
Damn,
out.
look at you all go, man.
Box him like a fish.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the name.
Very well handled there.
Dude, they're fun.
11-4 for Sentinels.
The
Colts
Phantom is the
really-
greatest gun in
I mean,
this
you
game,
got Neri
for
with
sure.
his 19 and 8 performance out of
And that's
him.
why
Meanwhile, EG with
that's why
9,
Gabri's stats
Oh,
of
this fight on short.
America's having
No.
like what,
We've seen this play
16%
before, by the
more
way. EG ran the
Phantom
same
use than
play
EMEA or
versus
something?
Thieves, and Cryo killed Supa in that same spot last week.
There's little things not going EG's way, the big things not going EG's way either. Numbers advantage here for the defense. And if what we saw in the previous round is any indication, you're already seeing Zelsis get active down C long. Once they have a little advantage, they start to take everything else in the map away.
They know exactly how much space they can acquire. Ye's still forced off of trips in garage while the team is pushed away from the A site too. They're going to want to move back into him, but now he's given up his position by breaking it.
And that's such a dangerous call because, yes, you've got Ye who's late lurking and trying to insert, but that makes the A hit so much weaker because you've already lost a member in Superman.
I think because it's a 3v4, he needs to do something fast.
Rotates from Sentinels,
Yeah.
or Ye
this
finds
is good.
something here. Although,
Pulls one
to be
rotate away
fair,
from
getting
A for
2
sure.
trips on your own, not bad
And
in terms of
then,
creating gaps.
oh
You
boy,
can
the
see
recon went over
bang
towards
backside
long
B
though.
is switching
Recon
his
went over
positioning
towards
as
long and the
someone
3-person
from
stack
garage
is
is
there.
gonna be
Hey, it's kind of nice with the hit though.
He deals with that.
Yeah,
This
rotating
wall
around,
to enable you to
done.
flood in is nice as well.
Yeah, he's
Omen
dead. Zelsis is on
flash,
the prowl, but he
separate
might
the
be too little,
middle.
Too late. They've got a lot of space on the site.
Maybe I wanted John to react differently here, but
Sentinels choosing not to
I
push
know,
in
it's
pace,
hard.
choosing to take a step back and wait
Eyes on Zelsis.
for reinforcements to arrive, and they could not be a moment too soon. Nature now dealt with IC and Derek left alone at 2v3.
ah man, they just win
And it just went from
all
hard
of
to
the
harder.
duels, don't they? They just win every single duel.
Man, that post play just looks too easy for Sentinels. EG kind of all off on doing their own thing. And then you even have like Bang clearing. They're so calm with it, right? Sees the shoulder. Oh, quick
It's
little
legit.
step to the left.
It's a legit
Instant
laser
kills
beam on
for
0
him.
ping. Yeah, I do just see like the multis all the time with them. how much weight on that? On the extensions, tricep extensions? Dude, I don't know if I'm crazy inconsistent when I do the tricep extension thing, but I do go to different gyms as well. But I swear it changes all the time, man. Like sometimes it's a 24, but then sometimes I'll struggle on 24. But I do 12 for 3. But I think, I'm telling you, they got some fake weights in. They got some fake weights in Iceland. I feel like, and sometimes I just get called out by the gym.
So much pressure on EG. They need to take some space into mid, see if they can exploit this gap for the time being. But already there's some repositions coming in. Sentinel's trying to react to this hit.
John just repositioned, doesn't have a stun up yet. Won't for about 10 more seconds.
Different pulleys change the level of tension. Okay, that explains a lot.
They've gotten a lot of space on the site, but they haven't been able to get the spike down yet. Nicey's now dead.
Because some days I'm out here thinking like, man, I'm so weak today.
All the while, Sentinels have now crept down into A lobby. Zelsis with a chance to flank after breaking the trip. A fight forward into Link too.
Rolling Thunder out. John just got a stun back up.
Dude, they look crisp though. As much as I don't think EG look good and they really messed up the beginning of this map, like individually Sentinels look great, and as a team together they look nice. Their plans are good. They got decisive plans all the time. Oh, this guy. This guy.
Who saves the day.
Man, if he plays like this all the time, then fair play, man. They're going in Toronto.
That is just a masterclass performance.
Nah, he really took over. He hasn't had, like, he used to do this in K-Corp all the time. All the time. It's taken a... Hasn't really happened too much in Sentinels, so it's a good sign.